Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday. If you're here with me in the Discord, YouTube, X, or Kick Chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have Hockey Shade, Triple C, Skunk, Dave, SWTW, Plum Tingles, G-Man, TJP, Recklaw, Shane, G-Rips, Mod, Paul, Yoon, Going Short, Coach Steve, Randy, Noah. Good morning to you, Billy, July Peppers, Freddie, Adam, Lucky Juju, Gio, Avani, David, Crypto Trades, Mike Z. Good morning. Jay Smitty, Rushlesh, Don, Kurt, Billy Joe, Rap Fat Guy, The Sunrise Driver, Jason Wall, John Chino. Good morning to you, Willie T, Don Burberry, Yolanda, Navy Guy, Malibu Joe, Tricks Be Dope, Ribs, My Big Guy, Fat Guy, Mr. Yips, Tomoki Goes Bear, Haas Nuts, Espresso Claw, SoCal, Don Burberry, Dead Cat, B-Cog, Blink, Phil Elliott, good morning. Good morning. What's up, Recklaw? Sarah Gage Trades, HD Fid, B-Cog, Travis in the Air Bear, Poppy Trades, Billy Joe, Sap Map, Pie Trades, Iron Coco, Always Be Racing, Air Mark, Sander DBE, Silent NW, Tito, Rooskies, Claw 95, J Cryptic, Davey Trader, Day Trader, what's that? Cold again. It's 86 degrees. I think it's the opposite of cold. You know it is. Yep, still July and the summertime. So no, definitely the opposite of cold. No, it sounds like you have a cold again. Does it? Yeah, man, I sound like I'm dying right now. Boy, I tell you, that's the one thing you love to wake up to. You sound like you're sick and dying this morning. Really? Do I? Nose is clear. Throat is clear. A little bit different from what you're... Well, I'm not going to go there. What's going on there? Pocket Aces, Recklaw, Trade for Ticks. Good morning, Ribs. How are you doing? You look and sound like you're dying. Good to see you. Well, good morning to you too. Sounds like you had a lovely weekend. What's up, more MV1? How you doing? Oh, goodness. Dang, Rip, you're so jacked and attract the finest of females. Well, I attracted one single female that I'm quite smitten with. We call her Mrs. Rips, also known as my wife. So, I mean, I guess that's one. Hey, my brother, what time is your gig today with Apex? I'm speaking on what time? 10 o'clock my time, I think 10 o'clock my time. I'm in between either doing maybe some live trading or doing the psychology webinar that I've done before. I'm not really sure. 55 minutes is a long time. I'm also not sure if there's like live chat during that thing, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to talk back and forth. So I'm not really sure. We'll see. We'll have to see. Where is it? Hello there, Mr. Ribs. Hello. Is all the streaming services, everything's clear on all of these? Because because it keeps flashing on my end. I want to make sure we're not like going in and out of things here. But boy, the market's boring. There was one single thing that moved the market in the overnight session. Anybody know what it was? Apex CB? No. It's this other thing. It's something completely different. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's. Today is a very boring day in the market. Like very, very boring. I can't even begin to tell you. Extremely, extremely boring day in the market. Meaning that there's literally like nothing going on as far as like news goes. For instance, we have two items of news. One of them is at 11 a.m. The other is at 11:30. They're both very inconsequential as far as what their effect is going to be on the market. The New York Fed one-year inflation expectation comes out at 11 Eastern, which is going to be 8 o'clock my time. And then the Treasury is hosting a 3- and 6-month bill auction at 11:30, which is 8:30 my time. This had nothing to do with tariffs, surprisingly. I'm not sure. I do not actually know how to watch it. I think if you got an email from Apex, they may have a sign-up link to it, but I have absolutely no idea how to watch it. North Korea threatens the U.S. Nope, that's not it either. One single, nobody knows, huh? Come on. Don't make me feel disappointed this early in the morning. It has to do with Japan. Doesn't have to do with tariffs, it has to do with Japan. And only Japan. My live streaming? No. But we are going to have some amazing live streams after all of that. Once we get that out of the way, we're going to have some amazing afternoon streams back live on Kick. Absolutely. No, man. Mo, no. Oh, no, Mo. Oh, my gosh. Look at 213RWED3I. Can we change your name at some point? I don't know how to pronounce that. There it is. Yes. Over in Kick. 213RWED3. How do I say your name, dog? I don't know how to say your name. I have absolutely no idea how to say your name. What can we call you? Mr. 213. Doesn't have the same ring as Mr. 305, but he got it right. It's the Japan bonds, the yields. There you go. That's what made the markets move so much. I'm sure the Nikkei moved quite a bit. Let's see. Boy, I could never trade this. The Nikkei is just, yeah, but something like that. Crazy. Or was it this part? It would be right thusly? I don't know. Weird. Nikkei doesn't move, but we do. I don't know. Whatever. Bond yields. There you go. You saw some SneakerCon content. Nice buys. Thank you. Yeah, that was fun. We went to SneakerCon last year. It was not nearly as good as it was this year. I feel like I got some good deals on what I got. That was a fun IRL stream that we did on Friday or Saturday? Saturday. How do you have everything marked out on your chart? This is a magic trick that I use. It's called Spaceman BTC Key Level. They changed the name of it, actually. I gotta know the new name. Spaceman. It is Key Levels Spaceman BTC. And then IDWM. I don't want to. I don't know. But there you go. Spaceman BTC. There it is. There it is for you. First time I pulled it up, I thought the chart was busted. For which one? I don't know what you're talking about. Where? Who's Richard Harris? Where? Did we find Richard Harris on Kick yet? Doom. Crap price action all night. Been up since 3. Got trapped twice. Oh, dang. There you are, Richard. Missing you over on Kick. First time someone. No, this is the second time ever in the history of this stream. That's it. That's it, and that's all. What's up, Master of the Candle and Simon Andreas? No one believes Trump's threats anymore, it seems. What do you mean? I don't know about that. We were talking on Kick over the weekend about the stuff that's been going on with all the Epstein stuff. It's very interesting. Somebody asked if I'm trading the Percy today. Yeah, we're already up $10 million. I'm just kidding. We've done no trades in the Percy. Do I plan on trading the Percy today? Probably not. I think it'd be pretty devastating to trade the Percy, lose money, and then go have to speak for 55 minutes with or without chat. Still do not know if I have chat or not. You folks make it a lot more fun. Speaking to a wall for 55 minutes straight is not it. So hopefully there is chat to interface with. Wait, no, you think that 213 is Richard Harris? Could be. Nice work there, Julius. Very, very nice. Oh, we found out, by the way, in my, where are they? I think it's this button. Yeah, there we go. Found out in my Take Profit Trader, my TPT accounts, I had to do a flip day in these. So I did a flip day right there. There's my flip day because these are all passed. These were traded 4 days out of 5. These two I still need to pass. So that's what we're working with over on TPT right now. And then over on Tradeify, we had that devastating loss on Friday. So we're back to the start on those bad doggers. We have $2,100 worth of drawdown on those. So the most we can make is $1,800 in a day. So we kind of erased all the progress that we made. So we'll have to see how it goes. Hopefully, make some money in those. But to be honest, there's not really anything shaping up for this to be a fantabulous trading day at all. Will we get a gap fill? That's a good question because we do have a small bit of a gap betwixt here and here that we are kind of trying to make our way through. Yeah, now you can see it. But yeah, maybe. We'll see. How is Apex doing? I have to get some more accounts. We had like 2 Fridays ago, or whenever that was. It was like, I think it was the week of July 4th. We were just trying our best to just gamble accounts up, and we couldn't do it because the price action was so garbage. Doomslayer Forever says, market you sideways so far. Yeah, I can see that. This is the type of market that will do that. If this is your first summer ever trading in the futures market, you got to be careful. You got to pace yourself. It's definitely, it's something to get used to, especially with the explosive firecracker of a start of a year that we've had. A lot of opportunities, and then we've kind of seen those opportunities fading a little bit to where you have to be much more choosy in your entries during the trading session, where there's less forgiveness. So if you are, if you're trading these markets, you're going to have a lot less forgiveness than what you would have at the start of the year. You know what I mean? Are you doing well longing XRP? Let's take a look at XRP, actually. I'm curious about that. It's so funny. I cannot believe that. When did this happen, by the way? When did the CME start offering XRP futures? Because like that just seems weird. Why did they, what? I'm so confused by that. It's so weird. Okay, let's see the spot price. Wow, so it hit 3 over the evening here. Does anybody know when the CME, like that just is crazy to me that the CME offered XRP futures. I guess we could look it up. When did the CME offer XRP futures? Let's see. May 20th, 2025. There you go. I mean, I bet you it's so illiquid. That's crazy, dude. That means like on my AMP account, I could actually trade XRP futures, which is crazy. The larger size contract is 50,000 XRP. So they have then XRP minis and micros. That's crazy. You don't know when that happened because it is here. They just received their banking license here in the US. Gotcha. Rips, I'm in Australia and I've been watching the market for the last 9 hours on and off and been right with how it's going to move, but didn't actually push the button. Any advice? Probably a good thing, man. I wouldn't be trading this crap. I mean, look at you avoided a lot of chop. You know, you didn't really, like the only one good trade that I would have seen through this is maybe a breakout of this sort of micro double top. That's it though. Doesn't look like a great market to trade, dude. Really, it doesn't. XRP future sounds like a great way to wave your money goodbye. Let me see if the, like, it's got to be super spotty, right? This has got to be, yeah, look at this. This is worse than anything I've seen. But I mean, dang, if you were like holding an overnight position in this, I don't know what it pays per tick, but like, dang, 2.23 up to 2.9. They said the contract is worth 50,000 XRP, so. Anyway, let's go back to NQ. We'll be watching this thing for a breakout, but I'll be right back with you folks. Don't go anywhere. We're just getting started. All right, we're back. We are back. And the market is refusing to break out. It looked like it wanted to break out. Came back to my chair. I said, whoa, market's doing something. Nah. Problem is, like, you know, this looks like it'd be a nice short, but I don't know if it has enough sellers on the tape to bring it back down. We are seeing some popping from Google, Nvidia, Tesla, you know. Hey, what's up there? Day Trader Rick, good morning. It's up top of the morning there. Push with the pull. What's up? Yeah, the markets today are incredibly boring. One tick movement is equal to 125 on XRP futures. So that's a move. Wait. Oh, I see what you're saying. So one mini is worth, what's a tick? A penny? Jay? I'm guessing it's got to be, or maybe there's sub pennies. Let's see. What if we just started? Yo, it's got to be sub pennies, right? So. Wait, so 775, 780, 785. Yeah, so it's sub pennies? Or no, even beyond that. What would we call that? Bro, we got to get in here on, oh, we are breaking out. Hold on, let's go look at the real markets now. We're seeing a little bit of a breakout now. Breaking out over Monday's high. See if we could jump in and maybe get our trade accounts cooking here. Oh, I got to select the account group. Almost missed that one. All right, let's try along here in Tradeify. See if we can get this all the way up for that gap fill. That'd be lovely. Add on any pullbacks here. Since we are seeing equities starting to push up a little bit. The goal is to make $1,800 in a day on these accounts. We are holding above 900. Any kind of pullbacks I can add to, of course. So it's going to be slow, but we're going to try to get there, right? You can see above my head, it shows my position multiplied by 5 accounts. We got 10 contracts on, meaning 10 divided by 5. We got 2 contracts on per account right now. Adam Zaida says, what do you use Bookmap for, question mark? Why pause before the question mark? That's my question for you. Why are we pausing before we... What are you using Bookmap for? Why are we pausing before the question mark? Just keep Discord open while you're talking. We can make jokes. Yeah. We shall see. I wish the market would do something today. That would be amazing. That would be lovely. I would enjoy that quite a bit. Wait, why are they called charts on GC? What are you guys saying? Talking about charts on Goldcoin. Okay, I'm getting an ad right there. We're up to 3 contracts per now. I'm hoping that we hold the Monday high here and the previous 4-hour high. I'm really hoping that that holds. If it doesn't, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble, but we can just take an L if we do. But if we have this breakout above in Nvidia and Microsoft has a little bit of topping overhead resistance. Nvidia kind of does, but doesn't. What's up, Jabba? Scott Martin says, I'm in the middle of the state forest in a van down by the river like Chris Farley with 1 bar of reception and grabbed 800 on that little pump. There you go, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, dude, if this thing went for the whole gap fill, I'd be a very happy lad. I don't think it's going to go in anytime soon. We are about a minute and a half from the bottom of the hour. That could be fun. Why did you add contracts as it won't affect the real market? Right? Well, I don't know if this is correct because I just don't know how math works, but I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but if I increase the size of my position, I will make more money if it goes in the direction I want versus having less contracts on. I'm not sure though. I am not a doctor, so don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Adding on pullbacks gets you a lower price and then you can get more money. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor. Don't quote me on that. I really have no idea. I'm just clicking buttons. Yeah, I'm just clicking buttons over here. I have no idea how that works. You don't think by math? Yeah, you're probably right. Math is probably not napping at all there. What's up, Crypto Plumber? How are you this morning? Good to see you with us. We do see somebody who's trying to add into their position as this thing is pulling back, but I don't think that they're actually getting any type of fill. They're spoofing. They're flashing an order. All right, bottom of the hour, here it comes. If we could take out 910 and a quarter up here, that'd be very strong, I think, for longs, especially since the Nvidia is back above the VWAP right now. What do you think about Bitcoin all-time high? I love it. I think that Bitcoin has a lot of room to the upside. Tons and tons of room. Well, let's see if this... I mean, I would love if we did actually pull back to like 899 and it slowed down there. I would add aggressively to this position. 899 would be right about thusly at that 4-hour open. So, and if it runs out of steam, it runs out of steam. There's not much else we could do. Thoughts on Uno being added to tables in Vegas? I've never seen it before. Never seen Uno being added to Vegas tables. Maybe slot machines. I've never seen Uno before. That is correct, Ethan. That's exactly what I just spoke into existence. Yeah, if they did actually have Uno in casinos, I'd be all over that. That'd be pretty cool. All right, let's see if we get this pull back to 899, because then I can add very aggressively here. I would love to see that. You know me, I'm optimistic in these types of positions. We get a pull back to all of that liquidity. I want to be aggressively adding into it. Personally, that's just me. Hassett said trade talks are still ongoing with EU and Canada. Let's see if they absorb any of this right here. Or, nope, they just slam it to the ground. Either way, let's see. Still optimistic here. Not a lot of overhead supply coming in. Try to add one more here, and if it continues to flush, then we're out of there. Yeah, we're out. Dang it. I was hoping they were going to go into that little bout of liquidity there, and they're going to use that as a floor. But this is what you get when you have very thin markets. If they pull all the way back to 880, I could see us possibly reversing from there, but that was not at all what I was looking for on that. If we do find a floor here, though, at 890, I will be looking for a re-entry here. Watching closely. Yeah, back to the range, right? We had that beautiful perk out of Monday high. I thought we'd have a little bit continuation. I was going for the gap fill. But let's see if we can jump back in here. We still have $1,100 worth of drawdown per account, so we have room. I'd like to get there. Yep, still pulling back. If we pull back to 880 maybe, that could be a good entry. I don't like this short right now either. That's the thing. Let's see if we get this pull back to 880. That would coincide with a right around 62.79 in the S&Ps. Let's see. They have Uno at the Palms? Is that for real? Is that a real, actual thing there? We're still holding at 890. Let's see. There's so much liquidity below, too. You feel like they'd probe that first. I don't want to be late. Wish they'd slam it right into like 884 or 880 right now, and then we could just take it. We're right back at the point of control of this area too. Yeah, I'm gonna get back in. If we miss it or if it pulls back, we'll get clapped, but I don't wanna wait for this to reclaim 900 and then we miss it. So risky trade, but same kind of trade idea that we had earlier. Has to break above 897 here. 32,000x on Soul Pump, really? Was there actually? Let's see if this thing is bottoming out. If we reclaim 897, that'll be super strong for a rip up through 900 here and then potentially going for that reclaim. Let's see. Come on, 900s. Let's go, baby. There's a couple people that are trying to, I would assume, is short here because there's overhead supply in a very thin market. So if we can break through that, that can give us kind of exactly what we're looking for, especially if we start reclaiming 900s. Ah! Just need it up and over. Up and over. Let's go. Come on, baby. Give us the old up and ovies. I guess we could have been super stubborn and adding on the way back down, but yeah. I think cutting it was the wise move initially. Okay, we should be able to eat through this. Let's see how strong these buyers are. If we can get through, we have about 50 contracts above us towards 900. Just about. Yeah, just keep pushing. Push it. Good old slow markets. We got on 5 contracts per account. If we get up above 900, we start to rip, then we could add more. But let's see. Very, very slow markets. We're also going to have an injection of liquidity coming in about 23 minutes. So waiting for that and being patient. Also an opportunity. Microsoft and Nvidia do not want to go yet, and that's why we're seeing this pulling back right now. They don't want to go just yet. They're right there about to break, and they just don't want to do it. Rejection. All right, seeing if we pull back, if we flush below 890. You can see how thin it is to the bid side. That's why we have, on those pullbacks, they're so extreme. There's literally no bid support. So we really have to get back above 900, I think, to see some real bids coming in here. Let's wait and see. If we don't have it, we don't have it. Not much we could do. Beth Hammock just said the economy is very healthy. That should be a good possible perk in the markets. If we also got above 62.86 here in the S&Ps, that would be extremely strong. Let's see. I'm optimistic, as I always am. Okay, there's your sweep of 900s. Can we get the follow-through we're looking for now? Just a little taster of the follow-through would be quite lovely. Don't be shy now. We're not there on inflation yet, says Hammock. We need continuation. Stop getting in the way of the continuation, you sellers, you. You knock it off. Get out of our way. Go. Fed officials are having a great debate over the economy. Okay, that's good. Let's sweep 904s now and just take out this pocket of liquidity through Monday's high and just give it to us. Just go. Do the thing that makes us all happy here. We're trying to have a lovely day. Ehor says, Mini? Yes, like a Cooper. That's right. If you ever catch me trading a micro, it's not really me. It's a fraudulent person. That would not be, you're in the wrong channel if you think that's what I'm going to do with my time. Now, the question becomes, do we feather out some orders into 910 here? I think that we should probably bail on about half this position. Don't tell me that's the ceiling of our position here. Good golly. After all that, you're going to just sell the Monday high? Really? After all that fanfare and all that goodness? You dirty dog, you. No. No. Why? Hold 900s. Don't flush. I hate range. I can't stand it. I hate trading range. Max profit to avoid consistency rule. $1,800 per account. This is ridiculous. We thought we were going to sweep 910s. No. How about a flush? Hate slow markets. Boy, do I ever. Give me a reclaim of 900s and then we can face this thing back up to 905. I want a very specific thing here, market, and you can just give it to me and you can deliver and we'll all go home happy. I promise you. I promise you. Just a little above 904 and we'll be happy. We're seeing impacts of tariffs in discrete places. How discrete are these places? All right, reclaim of 900 there. See if we get the follow through above 904. Would be quite nice. Instead, we're doing the old slow motion thing here. I could move this heavily, by the way, if I cracked open the Percy. There's just no upside for me to do that. I'm just saying, though. We're pretty close to cutting rates, says Hammock. Go, then just jump up the price now on that. Go on, I dare you. Let's do a little... All we need is literally 904, by the way. Like 904 is... That's all I want, it's just 904. 904 quarters, to be exact. 904 quarters, is it so much to ask for 904 quarters? This early in the morning? It's right there. Go on, just give us the 904 quarters and everybody goes home happy. Oh, he almost gave it to us. There's somebody's iceberging 9023 quarters. Oh, good Lord, that's gonna be tricky. Somebody's really trying to get out of 22 contracts here, surprisingly. There's a big order, so it's actually 2 players. Yeah, that'll ruin your morning. If the economy weakens, the Fed will respond. She's not saying the right things now. Those are not the keywords I'm looking for. Weaken, algorithms don't like. Fed will respond is kind of good. I don't know how smart these algorithms are that are trading this right now, but probably way smarter than me. The upside is we get sim profits if we sacrifice the Percy. I'm not willing to do that. Go, baby, go! 17 contracts right above us. Just push into it. Go on. Don't be shy. Lean into it now. All you have to do is talk to this market and it'll go. There's literally just, there's no reason why we can't sweep this. Besides, there we go. Yeah. Now just a little Percocito and there you go. We got a nice little fill there. Oh, call me Philly Wonka. Go on. Do it. One more. Just tap into it. Yes. Those are the goods. That's what I'm looking for. Go on. One more tick. God, dude. These markets are insanely slow. All right, I'm out. I'm done. Ugh. Get me out of here. Yuck. Ugh. Blech. I don't like it. And you're like, well, Rips, why didn't you hold? Well, because last time we held into that, we got a death drop. Brrr. I just don't like it. There's nothing stopping this market from death dropping right back down. So if I got points the second time offered to me, I'm going to take them. You know? One tick will take eternity. That's why we're not going to wait for it. Imagine if I'm like, I'm not going to take this off until 9 12. Yeah, maybe it comes, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Oh, and you're out at the pumps 400 points. Nah, I can't. Maybe. There we go. I'm happy to be green. Frustrating position. Look at that. See what I'm saying? This market sucks. Ugh. Already down 906 back now. Just gross. Who wants to trade this range? That was actually one of the few times where we actually top ticked it. And now it's pulling back. Feel like a genius. Well, I don't even know if I want to touch my trade advice for the rest of the day, to be honest with you. It's like, why? Why would I want to? Maybe off the open. We also have our take profit trader. We're at 156,000. I got to make 3,000. I'm always trying to remember what the profit target is on all these prop firms. Which, by the way, we are going to be trading some other prop firms this week. Finally, trying out. I think I have like 3 different new firms that I'm going to be trying out this week. There's a lot, dude. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of prop firms to try. There's a lot of things moving and shaking. So this week is going to be, I mean, probably not the greatest for trading, but maybe we can make the most of it. We'll see. There's a gap in both the S&Ps and the NASDAQ here. You gonna be gone this week? You're not gonna miss much because the market sucks. There's really not that much news coming this week. It's mostly earnings, and the earnings it's banks this week, you know. Anybody still long in this? Because we might get that little crack open of 910 here. Like today, nothing really that big of a deal. We have the CPI for the US coming on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we get the PPI, and Thursday, we get jobless claims, advanced retail sales, and Friday, we get the University of Michigan sentiment, which, if you've been paying attention, it's just, it's, you know, I think the market will move extraordinarily this week if we have news related to tariff, trade, geopolitical tensions, that kind of thing. Nice work there, Nick. Should be live now. Great work. Anything I should do while in Puerto Rico? What part of Puerto Rico are you going to? Look at this thing barcoding up here. It all depends on what part you're going to be in. Are you going to be in San Juan? Are you going to be in... What's the surf town in Puerto Rico? Rincon? ¿Qué parte de isla? De la isla? Wait. ¿Qué parte de la isla? Rio Grande. I don't think I've ever been there. Ponce. Ponce is beautiful. What's up, Dr. Jerome D? Dr. Jerome Diesel. Give it up for GP Pet. He says, so does Happen or she. I passed my very first combine. Yay! Let's go! That's a great feeling. Ought to be celebrated. Yes, indeed. Drop the confetti. GP Pet dropping their very first combine. Tu español es genial. Really? Is it? Is it though? Is it? No, it's not. It is not. Don't blow it the first day. Well, that's pretty decent advice. I don't think they will. How long did it take you to pass it there, GP? GPP? Though we don't have news, it seems like longs at the market open since we're trying to fill the gap. I'm not going to disagree with that, but also I'm not going to risk my Percy on this. Here's, I think, you know, if you can find yourself having a loaded gun, which is what this thing is, it's a loaded gun ready to fire. If you can find yourself having this thing open up on your screen and you're sitting there and you're like, I'm not even going to trade it. I think you finally crossed over in the threshold of being a pretty patient and controlled person. Same thing goes whether, I got my Percy, that's the account that I truly care about. Maybe for you, that's a combine that's been waiting to be passed. Maybe that's a PA account. Maybe that's a live account. Maybe that's whatever it is. But if you can find the wherewithal within yourself to have an account wide open, sitting on your desktop, ready to go, all you got to do is click a button to make your nightmares come true, and you cannot trade it, well, I think you might have crossed the threshold in being a very patient, better trader. It's hard to do. I used to not be able to do that. Would have my account open and I'd be like, I gotta click a button. The market's open. I gotta be clicking buttons here. Crazy thing about the market being open is it's open 23 hours a day, 5 days a week. Remember, the futures market only closes for 1 hour a day for their maintenance period. For some people, that's dangerous. GPP says 1.2 years? Are you asking me? Dude, that's awesome. I'm very, very happy that you've done that. And thank you for sharing with the group. Rio Grande Wyndham is where we're staying. Where is Rio? Let me look this up. Let's see here. I don't know why it's probably the south side of the island. Rio Grande, Puerto Rico. Oh no, that's just to the east of San Juan. Maybe, yeah. So I've never been to like Arroyo or Aguada. You know what's really nice out there is Vieques. That's the island off of Puerto Rico. It's the island off the island. Vieques is beautiful. I forget which resort, not a resort, but they have a really nice, like, snazzy hotel out there. What are the women like over there? Well, there's more than one, Richard. Plural of woman is women, of course. Did you ever go over Elmo on X? No, I have not. Maybe when we're doing just chatting or IRL. The women? All the people of Puerto Rico are nice unless you tell them that you're there for tax purposes. Then they don't really like you very much. Usually, that's how that works. Just got an email that says, is your Mercedes-Benz vehicle blowing hot air? It was until we figured it out. It's those damn environmentalists that made it blow hot air. You know, there's a little button on your Mercedes, if you have one, that says A with a cross over it for the auto stop start thing. If you press that button, you will always be blowing cold air conditioning in your car. I cannot believe that this is not a known thing, or maybe it is, but I didn't know this. We're in my wife's car doing some IRL streaming. Rozzy was in the back. And he says, you got to push that button, because we pulled up to a stoplight and all of a sudden, the car turns off, the air conditioning starts blowing warm air. And it's hot. It's 113 degrees in Las Vegas. So the only way to solve that is to press the auto stop start button. Seems kind of ridiculous. They need to get rid of those buttons. Yuck. Or like, what is the purpose of the auto stop start? Doesn't it cause more emissions when you start your car? Isn't that when most of the emissions are generated in your vehicle? Isn't that? Am I wrong? I remember growing up, and I remember, like, you know, I had a total piece of garbage for my first car, and I mean real piece of garbage. Made all sorts of noises. Was always embarrassed to pick up girls in that car. Always embarrassed. Just, it was a total hunker or junker or both. Hunk of junker. It was horrible. Anyway, that car, every single morning, when it was a colder morning, I'd have to go outside and start my car to warm it up. And I just remember my dad or somebody always telling me, you know, son, it takes a lot of gas to start your car. So if you're going to start it, leave it running. Don't start it and then turn it off and then start it, right? So why do we have a stop start button in our car if we're trying to save emissions? Doesn't that use up the most fuel if you're always stopping and starting your car? Or did they change the way things work since I was a young lad? It saves a fraction of fuel to turn it off and on? That seems counterintuitive. Like, if I'm trying to make a trade, I don't shut down my computer and then start it back up before I make a trade. That seems silly. Traffic uses the most fuel? Oh, what, when you're at a standstill? Mr. Rips, did you not fancy a GT3 RS? Well, I'm quite happy with my lineup right now. I have a cruiser and I have a fast car. And my fast car is very fast, so I enjoy it. I think about it all the time. One of the things I'll do when I'm bored, entirely bored. By the way, if you're upset that I'm not trading right now, buddy, relax. We're chopping sideways. We made $2,500 in our Tradeify accounts. That's okay with me, okay? If you want to see somebody floundering around in this chop, you're in the wrong channel. We already did it. We floundered as much as we're going to flounder. But yeah, I mean, me personally, I'll get bored and I'll start looking at cars that I want to buy, and then I realize I go, nah, I'm good. I don't really need anything. There's nothing necessary. They tried to sell me the new Bentley, and I went and I test drove it, and I said, it feels more plastic inside. I like mine. I think I have a 2024. The last model year that they made the GT Speed, it's a W12, 700 horsepower, 680 horsepower. Let me see how many horsepower this has. How many horsepower in the Bentley GT Speed? It's a W12. It's a big engine. Well, that's the new one. See, they show me the new one. The new one has a hybrid engine. So that one's a little bit more horsepower. This one has... Mine has 650 horsepower. Okay, there you go. It's a very fast car. It's a very nice car. It gives you a massage. It's very quiet inside. It has double pane glass. Oh my God, I'm actually on a calendar. Live like a trader. High stakes decisions in real time markets. Oh goodness. Oh boy. I really hope there's chat in that. But yeah, somebody said I should do more IRLs. I mean, we've practically been doing them every single day. Is that not enough? How can I do more? You've heard lies, I am humble. Driven a flying spur? Yeah, but if I'm going to get a car that I want to be driven in, I'm going to get a Cullinan. That's what I'm thinking. You know what's crazy, Ethan? Ethan said, sleep stream like the cool kids. You know what's crazy? My Kick partnership team, because I was like one of the fastest people to ever get Kick partner. I got it in under 2 weeks. They said that I'm not allowed to do streams where I'm sleeping. And I said, is that a thing? I must be way out of touch, because if you're planning on tuning into Kick to watch me sleep, I think you're a weirdo. That's very strange. That's quite weird. You want to watch me sleep and you're not my wife? We got an issue, my friend. It's ridiculous. I don't know how they get views. Me neither. That's weird. That's awful. Who the F wants to watch someone sleep? Apparently people do. I like the IRL streams because I think they're exciting, because it's like we get to hang out and we get to have like a ride along and chill, and it's like you're part of the crew. I think it's cool. Has anybody on YouTube, if you're in YouTube chat right now, have you watched any of the IRL streams over on Kick? Yeah, I could see it happening for women. Like, you want to watch a woman sleep. I mean, that's creepy. I'm not tuning into any of that stuff. That's very creepy, but I could understand the audience is probably for wanting to watch women. That's some crazy stuff going on there. You haven't seen Jay Smitty? Well, Ripsmod is going to do something for me. She or he or they is going to drop a link. Ripsmod, if you would, please. Anybody want to watch Ripsmod sleep? I think Ripsmod is probably a he. Probably, based on their name. Probably a he. But there you go. That's the Kick link if you want to mosey on over there. We do a lot of IRL streams over there. Okay, Kevin, that's getting a little saucy. Hey, Rips, can you tell us a little bit about your risk management? Yeah, I mean, it's very specific on, if I'm trading the Percy, right? There's levels of what I'm trading specifically on stream, right? If I'm off stream, I'm not really, hate to burst your bubble, but I'm pretty much never going to be trading props off stream. I trade props so we can learn together which ones have the best rules, which are the most efficient, which ones pay out, which ones do not. So far, if you've been watching the stream, you know that not only have we traded the Tradeify today, but we've traded them in the past. We got 2 payouts from them. Trading the straight to funded accounts, we had a record payout, meaning time, not dollar amount. We had a record time payout where we got paid out, where the money actually hit our account from the moment we requested it to the money hitting our account in under 2 minutes, which was absolutely positively insane. What's up, cheatlets? But yeah, so I personally, if I'm off stream, I'm always going to be focused on trading my personal account. Now, when I'm looking at risk management, it depends on the setup. I'm getting a lot of squawks right now because it's the top of the hour. It's kind of annoying. Let me turn these down. Don't care. So your question is about risk management. I'm usually looking for something that's going to be well above a 1-to-1 risk, right? So I'm rarely going to be taking a trade where I'm risking I'm using whole numbers. Let's use small whole numbers. $1,000 to make $1,000, right? I'm rarely ever going to be doing that. Does it happen? Sure. There might be a time where I enter a position, I pull back to being like $1,000 in the red, and then the market just does something where I get a read on the market, and the most amount of points that I'm going to get are equaling to $1,000 in the profit. And that's the best I can do. But that's me using market generated information. Obviously, I probably went into the trade being much more optimistic, thinking I'm going to get $2,000 or $3,000 of profit on that trade. But if the market does things, it gives me MGI that says, hey, Rips, you're up $1,000, probably good time to just close this position here. Well, I'm going to close it. And what exactly is it? It's going to be a 1-to-1 profit loss ratio. Did I want that? No, but I'm adaptive and I'm getting through the market and I'm, moving my hips with the market. You know what I mean? So I always have an optimistic risk reward expectancy. On average, I'm trying to go for like a 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio or 1-to-2 risk reward. But does it always play out like that? No. And if you're very stubborn and stagnant in your risk methodologies, I've found, at least in my trading journey, this is my 11th year of trading, I've found that rigid structure can create more harm than good. And I like to use MGI on the fly, which again, some people aren't going to like that. Some people aren't going to be a fan of that. Some people are very stagnant and static in how they approach trading in their risks. There's a lot of systematic traders out there, and there's nothing wrong with that. You do what works with you. Was a good example of MGI. For instance, if I'm in a long position and my original take profit was 10 points away from where we are in the NASDAQ, and all of a sudden there's something that comes out that says that the market is going to start ripping and roaring to the top side, I'm going to take down that take profit because I'm going to explore the possibility of getting more points because the market is giving me information that it's going to get further than what my original TP was. I might tighten up my stop because of that too. So MGI could be a Trump tweet. MGI could be seeing a bunch of bids stacking up underneath us because I'm long and I'm saying, hey, we're going to get more points than this. Watching the order flow, seeing prices being probed with a lot of lack of overhead supply, There you go. You're the best, math lover. Love your name. Look at this crap, though. I really thought we're going to start reaching up for 910 there, and we get rejected for no reason. Somebody just told me, there is a reason. It's because the turtle soup is not boxing the order block thing. Whatever. To me, I look at this and I say, this is a choppy mess. This to me looks like it's weak, right? Made a high, lower high, lower high. Now, if we came down to this level and it went, I wouldn't think anything of it. If we came down to this level and it goes, I wouldn't think anything of it. When I have that type of thought process in my head, I just don't take the trade because there's no advantage to me. It looks weak, but the way that this market is traded seems like it could bottom out here or here and just reverse and go crazy. Either way. And it could even bottom out here at the point of control. So, when I'm faced with those types of decisions, I'm just really not paying attention. Can I make that noise again? Which one? There you go. There's all the noises we made in the last 30 seconds. We need a soundboard for those. How do you see orders piling below? Bookmap. You can see it in Bookmap. You can see it in the depth of market DOM, as long as you have full market depth with your trading platform or data feed. But Bookmap's a good way to do it. They did have a sale. That sale is now ended and concluded. Hopefully, a lot of you folks took advantage of that because I have not seen them do many sales And that sale was a doozy. Michael Benny says, I got short, no news Monday, not expecting a trend day. There you go. We all have our reasons to trade. As long as you manage risk, it should be fine. Can you use Project X with Tradeify? Not that I'm aware of. I'm pretty sure that you can use Tradeovate or NinjaTrade. I only use Tradeovate. I haven't really explored other trading platforms because Tradeovate is everything I need for it. Has copy trading. It's fine. Works for me. Hey, Rips, how you doing? Played poker this weekend? I did not. We did a lot of IRL streaming on Kick. If you missed it, CJO, kick.com/sellingrips is the best way to find that. Wealth charts, I have not traded today. Heard rumors they'll get Project X. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? You never know. What's good about streaming on Kick? Do they pay streamers? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But it is a great way to do some IRL streams with low latency. Their platform is very nice. The chat is awesome. Big fan of it. Huge fan of it. Morning, Rips. Is Apex the best prop for building a big last payout? You're only going to do one more payout in the rest of your life? Why wouldn't it be a big first payout? Why is it your last one? So I'm looking at a prop firm here. I got one more in me. I'm looking for one big last payout here, and then I'm done. Never doing it again. Why is it going to be your last payout? Why not make it your first payout? Jet DV or Doctor VR? Jet Doctor VR is heading over to Kick. But yeah, if it's going to be your big first payout, I would say yeah. Apex is the only prop firm I know that allows you to trade 20 accounts, which is 20x the leverage. They're the only ones that allow you to do that. Everybody says, oh, they got trailing drawdown. I can't stand the trailing drawdown. Well, the good news for you, Pumpkin, is that after you get out of the trailing drawdown, it disappears and it's gone forever. That's the best part. It's a challenge, no doubt. Yes, I haven't even got there since we started trading them. I've only got to PAs, I think, 2 or 3 times. And every single time, like first day, second day, I just get too excited and I want to get out of the drawdown and I force it, I rush it. We always talk about that on the channel. What happens when you rush things? Things don't work out. But if you can get over that trailing threshold, sky's the limit. Now it's like trading 20 accounts, 20x leverage with no trailing drawdown. It's crazy. There you go. Prop Shop has 20 accounts. I've never heard of Prop Shop before. That's also a negative connotation in the prop world. I've never heard of them before, so I can't comment on them. Maybe they're fantastic. I have no idea. I'm not a doctor. They go to taking that bounce for a quick scalp. Can't trade today. Stop beating yourself up. It's okay. Just again, the market's open. Who cares? This is tough trading right here. This is crap. This is washy, rinsey. There's a new firm in town. Okay. All right. There will be trailing drawdown always increase if you increase profit. I don't think so. No. Trailing drawdown stops in Apex. Trailing drawdown can be a big problem for new traders who are trading in these range-bound markets 100%. That's why, just avoid it. Jarnee says, why would you say this market is hard trading? Because I'm not as good as you, man. I'm only up $1 million in my personal account this year. I'm just not as good as you are. That's the problem. One day, I aspire to be to be as good as you, where I can look at this market and I can say, boy, this market is easy. This reminds me of being as good as my friend Jarnee. And maybe I could be as hard as them too. Imagine passing 5 combines, activating the XFA. His card gets charged. XFA doesn't get activated. It's been 5 days now. What a great return. Listen, I can't comment on that because I haven't traded Top Step for 6 months, but I'll tell you what. I never had a single issue with Top Step when I traded with him. Not one. I can only comment on my own experience. I can only be giving you the facts from my own eyes. My experience with Top Step was always top notch. Never had an issue with them. If you're having any problems, I would just say reach out to their chat support, call their phone number. That's what I would do. Thoughts on instant sim funded accounts? That's what I'm trading on Tradeify, and I love it. I love it. I love it. Stas says, well, I got to do taxes. Quarterlies? Or are you doing, what's the one right now? There's quarterlies and then there's estimated tax, right? There's the estimated one. Yeah, the bookmap settings, we'll have to do that on another stream because the screen share thing just, I'll drop screenshot. There's also Lucky Juju. There's also somewhere in like Tech Help or something in one of the Discord channels, there's a bunch of screenshots of my bookmap settings. Colby says, my first XFA day was when brokers all had those issues last week. Kind of a rough start. We recovered though. Didn't they erase all of the bad trades though in XFAs? You trade as a business or individual? I trade as whatever my CPA tells me to do. And if you have that question, I suggest reaching out to your local CPA, generating some business for your local community, and asking your local CPA, hey, should I trade as a business or an individual? And see what they say. Yeah, see, look, they erased all the bad trades. So, hey, that is a good introduction. You had bad trades and they're erasing them. I wish my personal account had that feature. That'd be lovely. Amp hits me up. Hey, man, saw you lost 10K today. You know what we're going to do? We're going to cover the cost of that. What? That's great. I love it. That'd be dope. I'd love to get that phone call. Hey, man, we were watching your stream today. Tough breaks, dude. Tell you what, we're going to cover that loss for you. What? Me? You going to do that for me? I love that. Stephen Gray says, evals are a pain and dumb. Would you just go straight to funded instead? That's what we're trading. This is on the screen is Tradeify straight to funded right there. That's what those are. We're slowly building it back. We're building it back and we're building it back better. How far do you look when day trading? Past 4 hours or more or less? Depends on what the macro picture is for the day. On a day like today where we're just in a choppy range, probably want to look back to see where we were trading on Friday, and Friday's range was disgusting, horrible. Probably want to wind that back a little bit, go to the 5-minute chart. One of the things that I could do too is just looking at our beautiful artwork chart, and you can see, if we go to like a 15-minute zone, it'll pop up in a second here, but you can see the sessions, right? So you could probably draw a line from this topping session to this low of this session here and say, well, this is the range that we're in for this chunk. See what we could do, like right down here to right up there. That's the range, big old range, but that's probably what I'd be looking at if you're asking me. Are you gonna short resting orders above? Explain to me like I'm 5. I don't understand your question. Am I gonna short resting orders above? I have no position on right now and I have no interest in trading in this chop zone right now. Is AMP Futures everything you expected? Would you recommend this app? It's not an app, it's a broker, and no, I would not recommend it because you must have 9 to 12 months of consistent profitability as a prop firm trader, I think, first. You can do whatever you want, it's your money, but I promise you, if you have not proven that you have 9 to 12 months of consistent profitability trading on prop firms, you're gonna deposit money and probably within a week, it's gonna be gone. Maybe less, maybe it'll be one day. Rose, can you come visit Prague? I've never been, I'd love to be there. Oh, liquidity keeps vanishing from the order book. I don't know what that means. Rips is Apex announcing anything new at the Wealth 365 Summit. You're going to have to tune in and find out. I know nothing. I know that I'm going to be speaking for 55 minutes and please God, I hope there's chat. Because this market is not going to be doing all that much. I really hope there's chat. Because if there's not chat, it's going to be very boring. Extremely boring. At least for my segment. Rich Mod says, I love when my real account is break even on the day, then I wake up to $400 to $500 in fees. That's the reality of trading real money. See, look at Anthony Amp says, yes, I made the mistake of putting real money in my first month and lost 20,000. Buddy, it's you and 99.9% of the people that do it. The other people that started trading with real money and they made money, they got lucky. My very first week of trading, I made money because I got lucky. That money disappeared faster than David Blaine at a David Copperfield concert for Beyonce. What chart am I looking at? We are looking at the the 5 minute NASDAQ futures chart. My strategy has been waiting half a second to see which way it opens and then getting calls, puts, and trying to ride the wave just a little bit. Thoughts? I mean, look, at the end of the day, if you want to, go ahead and just flip a coin. Heads is long, tails is short. Right? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you reverse it. Maybe tails is long and heads is short. But you just do that, and then if you can have good risk management, I think the strategy would work. I'm one of those people who says any strategy works as long as you have good psychology and good risk management. You can make any strategy work. You know? I think that's the secret to trading. A lot of people don't want to talk about. You can make any strategy work. Just have good risk management, great strategy, great psychology. You can pretty much make anything work. How long does it take you to learn your own risk management? This is my 11th year of trading. First 3 years, I got smoked. 3 years of losing straight every single day. Well, overall being a loser during those 3 years. It got better and better, but yeah. What is this? Hold on. Somebody important. This is my 4th year. Guess that means it's time to win. Yeah. I mean, this is my 11th year of trading. I mean, it gets better. You're going to have tons of times when you're losing, right? You're going to get clapped all the time. It's about learning to manage your own emotional psychology and being like, dude, losing sucks. I hate when I have a losing day, but I don't let it ruin me. All right. I post when I have a losing day. Didn't I have a recent losing day in my Percy, like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Lost like 20-something thousand. Doesn't feel good, but you get through it. You just get through it. It's just part of trading. I play poker. I have losing sessions. I play Soul Pump. I get smoked. Soul Pump has got its hooks in me. Tell you what. Thoughts on why most traders on Top Step leaderboard all have negative risk reward? Is the negative RR the only way to earn big numbers? If you have a negative RR, it's over time you're going to get whacked. You're going to get whacked. Rockets on Saturday didn't work. They didn't work on Sunday either. Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Thursday. Boy, we've been getting clizzy clapped since the 9th. We got smoked on the 9th. That was last Wednesday. We haven't bounced back since. Can you believe it? It's very easy to go on tilt if you have a losing day, and that's kind of what you learn through time and experience in the markets. Am I launching rockets today? If there's a demand, I will. I might just do it. Resting orders. Do you have access to the limit order book, or are you just guessing? I have access to the full market depth. I would never trade without it. That is the crux of my strategy. If you give me an order book that only has level 1 data, I'm gonna tell you I'm good, buddy. I would never touch that. Bookmap only shows the DOM and history. It doesn't show resting limit orders. Huh? Excuse me, sir. Have you taken drugs this morning? Have you taken drugs this morning? Because what are those? And what are those? What drugs are you on, sir? What drugs have we taken this morning, Ghost Mare? What are these? Could be colorblind. That's. It's okay, Ghost Bird. Do you know how we fix this? You go, I was just kidding. I was making a joke. That's how we solve it. Egg on the face, wiped away. Can you show me the DOM where those limit orders are? I'd be happy to. Here you go. There they are. And there they are. Any further questions, Ghost Bear? Let's get the follow-up question. Again, it's at this point, it's okay to be like, I was just messing around. I was just making a big joke. You could do that one. And we all save ourselves some time. See what I'm saying? We all just save ourselves some time. Yeah, dude, you have full depth. I don't have that. Well, that's what we just talked about. You got to get full depth, my friend. You gots to get it. You gots to get it, my friend. Otherwise, you're going to be looking at nothing. There's no point in having it. Get the full depth. It's like $7. Maybe $8. I don't know. It's the price of a sandwich and a... Wait, what? What? I was saying it's the price of a sandwich and a Newton. You use Thinkorswim for full depth? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. I did not take, it was not a quick trade. It was a while ago when we first started streaming. Yo, Ribsmod, can I get a link to the kick? Yes! Ribsmod, hook them up. Yeah, you need, dude, stop. You need to have the full depth. Yeah, it's very cheap. Oh, those are lounging orders. You're right. These are lounging orders. That's what they are. Good morning, Dusk. How are you this fine, lovely morning? What's up, Hanan? How are you? Says, hey, bro, how are you? Can somebody get Dusk a house, by the way? Dusk 50 needs a house. I do think that that's kind of, you know, what you need. Is toss. Thinkorswim. Not good for full depth. Actually curious. I mean, it's okay. It's free. I mean, I think you can get full depth for free on Thinkorswim. There's also a bookmap version on Thinkorswim that is just straight hot garbage, in my opinion. Let me see. How much is bookmap? Like, bookmap data is nothing. It's like $30, dude. Let me see. I gotta see this now. Bookmap. Oh my God, we're jumping up finally. If you've been holding this whole time for 910, well, we still haven't gotten there yet, but let's see, pricing. Where's the data? Futures, bookmap. There you go, bookmap data. 50% off your first month. No way. Okay, for the CME, it's $34 a month, dude. Come on, $34 a month for bookmap data. That's nothing. Is Trade of 8 down? Nope, it is not. Ribs, what are some good educational material can someone go over for beginners to understand trading? What are the best ones? I mean, I don't know of any shortcuts. I'm an autodidact, so I should just taught everything myself, but I learned through the trial by fire. There's 4 books that I recommend: Mind Over Markets, Markets in Profile, Trading in the Zone, and Best Loser Wins. Those are the best 4 books I can recommend. It's kind of a mix of all of them, but Mind Over Markets and Markets in Profile are going to be very difficult reads, but it's about auction theory, and that's helpful. Hanan says, I was just on Twitter and saw your page and was wondering if you're looking to scale your socials. I have worked with many big creators and just got banned from your chat, and all of my messages got removed because I'm advertising to you on a live stream. Crazy how that works. Study Rip's YouTube videos. I don't know if that's gonna be helpful. We got 910s finally. Oh my goodness. We finally got 910s. How about that? We finally got 510s. Unbelievable. Markets in Momentum. Is that the new one? Let me see. Markets and Momentum. Oh my God, look at it go now. Jeez. Oh, that's Dalton. That's got to be new, right? Dang, why have I never... When did this one come out? Oh, wow, it's new. Yeah, never seen this one. Markets and Momentum. Is it only an audiobook? Oh, hardcover. There you go. Dang, market is booling now. Broke out of the Monday high. Finally woke up. Why are the ratings so low for this book? Only for market profile devotees. Waste of money. Oh, goodness. People are so funny. I read this book and I didn't become a millionaire. I hate it. It's the worst. I could never, ever, ever listen to Markets and Profile or Mind Over Markets with audio. I would be lost. I need to see the pretty pictures and slowly read it. Oh, here we go again. Microsoft going down, Nvidia up, Google up. Yeah, S&Ps are up there. They're looking for 62.90. This could be a bull trap to get everybody long before the market opens and then just goes to flush down. I want to trade my TPT accounts, I think. That's what I'm going to go for. We got 4 minutes now until the market opens. It's going right for that gaffle. Boy, oh boy. I hate when the market does this. Goes without us and all that. Come on. Come on, bruh. I always love too when people advertise to me, they're like, bro, do you want to scale your socials? We did everything and made this person millions of dollars. And then you look at their profile, they have like 12 followers. It's like, did you forget the part where you scaled your own socials? Or did you miss that part? Oh, you missed that part. Can't wait, bro. Sign me up. People are so funny. Oh my God, it's going crazy. It's going bananas. What do people prefer? 50K, 100K, or 150K straight to fund? I like the 150Ks because you get more room for activities. You know what I mean? Dude, this thing is going bazonkers. This thing is going crazy, dog. This is crazy though, for real. Like this thing is going absolutely positively crazy, dog. We got 3 minutes now. 3 minutes till the market opens. We get 62.90 there on the S&Ps, and now we're looking for more overhead supply. We are in a mega squeeze right now. I mean, given the range, it's not impressive otherwise, but yeah. Good morning, Amateur Genius. Thank you for joining us. Jump in and grab a few, Hundy. Nice work. Could be a long trap. Yeah, I mean, anything. This market has got me stumped this morning. What's up, Crispy Man? Dun dun bum 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 bum. That's me wanting the market to open here. Come on, 2 more minutes. Go. 2 more minutes. Do something, dude. I have a feeling it's gonna be extremely choppy though. No news today, except for like later. So I don't know. See what happens here off the open. I hate when the market's doing this. Like right before the market opens, I can't stand it. It's one of the biggest pet peeves I have is like, dude, just open it now. Hit the bell. Let's go. Blah, 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 blah. Like enough is enough, fellas. Or ladies, whoever's pushing the buttons right now, enough is enough. Get the markets open. We want them trade already. What is our bias today? I don't know. I don't really have a bias. My bias is to follow the market. But why are we speaking in past tense right now? Can't we speak in the present? I do read my Twitter live there, Min. Made 4,066, whatever, that number. You made a lot. Good for you. Yes, the gap has filled. Yes, indeed. Anything we're currently looking for? We're looking for the market to open in less than a minute here. It could reject. Again, this is a tricky spot for the markets right now. Very tricky spot. Anything can happen. I think we can run it all the way up above 973 here in a jiffy. Like we're seeing a lot of early shorts getting clickety clapped here, but like the market can open and just go crazy down. So I'm not in anything right now. I have no position open. I'm just watching. Watching and waiting. We have less than 30 seconds till the market's open. Less than 30 seconds here. Let's see what happens. S&Ps are going crazy. Nvidia is slightly pulling back. Microsoft is showing that it wants to hold here. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's see. 5 seconds. Get ready, everybody. Good luck. Hope all your dreams come true today. And we are open. And I'm getting a lot of lag. Oh my gosh, we are bowling. Or we were. Temporarily bowling. Is that accurate pricing? Yes. So we pull back to 945. There's a big buyer there. I wonder if this thing is going to pull back heavily at all. Whoa, 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 whoa. Somebody sold something. So this is why you don't get into position in the pre-market with hopes and dreams, because look at that. Like I said, we could flush 20 points there off the open. That's exactly what we did. And now we are bulling again. Can we break out of 955 here? Yeah, whoa, this thing is going crazy now. Look at that. You see that flush the moment that we got to 960 there? That was insane, right? So now we're fighting to get over 950s here. It feels like there are some sellers here on the tape. You just don't know like when they're going to come back. Back to 960 there. Are we going to hit a big trigger order again? Kind of crazy to watch. Look at this 960. Are we going to flush again up here? Who knows? Whatever. Hey, look, you know what? I might not be a doctor, but I fancy myself as somewhat of a trader here. We made $3,800 there on that first pullback when they went crazy and they sold into that. So I took a little taster. We call it a taster's choice. 930 up to 960. That's 30 puntos. Yeah, see, I was trying to avoid that. I don't like that. But there we go. We made $3,800 in the personal Jackson, aka, if we want to short that, the Percy Jackson. There we go. Yeah, you see, this is what I was scared. Yeah, you see this. Do you see this? You're watching this, right? In real time. Look at Bookmap right here. Follow me to Bookback Town. This is what I was afraid of. That's why I sold at 960. So we got the pullback to the 30s. This is crazy order flow. I don't want to be in the market. I don't want exposure, but I will take $3,800 to the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're asking me, hey, Rips, on a Monday, would you prefer to have $3,800 shoved directly in your pie hole? And I say, yes, I would enjoy that. How big are those sell orders? They are quite crispy indeed. 150 contracts, 400 contracts, 600 contracts. Yeah, they're kind of crispy. Kind of crispy. I know I said I wasn't going to trade the Percy Jackson, but when we get an order like that, listen here. So there's a specific order flow pattern that I'm looking for, and I'm not looking for a lot of points, but it's these two things right here that are quite telling, because if the sellers are really on the tape, you're not going to see absorption in those types of bubbles there. You're seeing a big exchange. It's almost kind of like what you'd see on a swap, but not really. It's very different. But this pullback right here was everything I wanted to see, because you have buyers into that. That's giving me the confidence to continue long. We took it to 960. Could have taken it higher, but I get wary. You know, we might run into that flushing thing again. So $3,800 is not a lot, but hey, I'll take it on a Monday morning when I didn't think I was going to trade my Percy. I'll take it. And again, I'm very nervous that we might find those chunky boy sellers again, or chunky girl sellers. You never know. It looks pretty. Yeah, if we go back, it does look pretty, doesn't it? And again, you know, if he must have traded in the pre-market. No, dude, the last time I traded was over here, and then the last time we traded was back in the ES, was over. Oh, load, would you? Come on, Amp. Come on. Good golly, Miss Molly. Come on. Is anybody else lagging where they can't find the frickin' contracts? Futures? Hello? Come on. There we go. S&P futures. There we go. This was the last trade that we had. This was like for $9,000 or something like that. But hey, like I said, beggars can't be choosers on a day like today. If we make $3,000, well, almost $4,000. Listen, I can go to Subway, find myself a sandwich artist, give them $3,800, and I promise you they will give me at least a foot long. So I'm happy with that. Anyway, there you have it, folks. 3,800 bucks there off the open. I said I don't like longs here because we can easily get a flushacito. I think that's still definitely something to be wary of. We are coming back down here on no news. Pie Trace is up $2,300. Thanks, Trips. Way to go. Should I just permanently put on screen, I'm not trading my Percy today, and then you know what happens next? I always do somehow, some way, you know? You shorted my exit. I love that. Smart. Very smart. You'd be up quite a few points right now. You'd be up 50 points, 60 points if you shorted my exit. Very nice. I'm tricking the market makers. That's exactly what I'm doing, because all of the market makers tune into the morning stream here. By the way, if you want to continue the party, YouTubers, if you want to continue the party, we're going to jump over to Kick right now. Join us on Kick. Ripspot is going to drop the link for you. Like I said, we're finishing up. We made $2,500 in our... Where is she going? Hold on. Let me find it. We made $2,500. That's 500 times 5 accounts. We made $2,500 in our Tradeify. We made $3,800 in old Percy Jackson over here. So we'll call that $6,300, I believe, is what that is, if the math is correctly mathing. I think it is. So $6,300 is that's a good Monday. I'll take it. I'll put that in my bag and call it a good day. So join me over on Kick. That's where the party will keep going. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. I'll see you folks on YouTube tomorrow. But if you want to see the extended version of the stream, just jump on over to Kick. It's a lot of fun. See you, folks. Bye-bye. Be good. See ya. Bye-bye.